Yo, how's it going, everyone? It is that time once again. We are back for the Dokkan early stream on a Thursday, the 16th, and we have the Fight 10 Billion Power Warriors EZA. So the AGL, Super Saiyans, and Physical Metal Cooler. So we want to use movie heroes. Okay, so do I have I must have a movie heroes team like made already, surely. I mean, this team is mostly movie heroes, but I probably should just make a separate team for it just to because we want them to all be LRs anyway, don't we? So we can get it done as quickly as possible and then get on and do the showcases for them. So yeah, Gohan does lead movie heroes, and then it's full power, bond of master and disciple, earth protecting heroes. Interesting. There's not as many movie heroes LRs as you might think, I guess. Yeah, I'll put Piccolo on next, why not? Alright.
Alright, let's do this.
Let's go. But yeah, how's everyone doing today? Anime and Hoops. Finished the EZA, had to change cooler to full dodge. Ooh. Metal cooler's so broken. Yeah, I'm looking forward to trying him out properly. I used him on that team like yesterday for the various different events that we ran through with the movie boss team. Deleted Dokkan again, taking a break. Damn. I mean, that's the thing with games like that, really. The chord things like cut out already. The things like this, it's always good to, like, if you need to take a break, rather than just like getting all stressed out and whatnot.
Alright, let's do this.
It's funny that they posted it late, but they posted like a Cell Max, a bit like guide thing. I wish they would do stuff like that more. Like, it's pretty cool. I guess maybe the reason is because they put like, we recommend teams, and they put Physical Metal Cooler on there. So I guess that's why they waited to release it today, I suppose. Because it'd be kind of funny putting out that tweet like yesterday or the day before when he came out, but then like you couldn't use Metal Cooler. Yo, Goku King, how's it going? Right, because I care about my consecutive lock-ins. Oh yeah, that's true.
Alright, let's do this.
I promise to quit if I miss a day.
All right, let's do
Was
this.
the week is going fast? Yep, good, decent content for TDC. Yeah, I think it's been pretty good. I mean, I think the Beast Gohan, like the climax battle thing, like the Beast Gohan and Cell Max fights, I thought they're pretty good.
All right.
It's a shame we didn't get a proper, like, red zone or blue zone or something, though. I love LR EZAs only being 10 stages, though, because we're like already halfway through. Compared to 30 stage EZAs that can take almost like an entire hour to do.
All right, let's do this.
Hey, Massive G, how's it going? Shout out to our boy, re-upping his channel membership, Lobster Squad member for 25 months. Let's go. How's it going? Excited to get these boys EZA'd, yes. Yeah, Metal Caller's just going to be very, very good for that movie boss team. But I'm actually, honestly, really looking forward to trying out the AGL Super Saiyans. Because I didn't really think about it much until yesterday evening. But, like, obviously I did the videos yesterday for the movie boss team. And trying out physical Metal Caller a little bit. But I didn't really look at the Super Saiyans, like, at all. And obviously they were terrible when they came out, in my opinion. And obviously their EZA actually seems pretty good, so... The only thing is, of course, though, their only team is Beast Gohan's team. So... Because we're not going to be running physical Super Saiyan 2 Gohan from the 10th anniversary. So Beast Gohan is the only character giving them a 200% lead. But, I mean, it's not like Beast Gohan's team is bad. Just because Beast himself is a little bit disappointing. Like, obviously his team is good. I was right in my prediction. Metal Cooler, Goku Cooler duo. I think STR Cooler's better than Goku, just like I did when they came out, to be fair. But I think I said when I did my tier list video is I think that largely depends on like your personal preference for like play style. Because I do like big damage, like RNG, roll the dice, let's do loads of crazy attacks like characters. So I think it's perfectly understandable to say that Goku is better than Cooler, but I think Cooler's better than Goku. That's why I put them in when I did the tier list, I put them in the same color tier. But I like Cooler more than Goku. Like I'm going to run Cooler on literally every single team I can fit him on. I don't know if I would run Goku on every single team I can fit him on. Maybe. And even probably, but I just like Cooler more. He's a beast. He's more of a beast than Beast. That's for sure. Time to get those EZAs, that's right. And the best part is, it's an LR EZA, so it's only 10 stages. Shout out to Singed for the follow over on, or Singed for the follow over on the Twitch side. I appreciate you. He says, Evening, I watch your vids all the time. First time catching you live. Hey, let's go. Welcome to the stream. I appreciate you. But yeah, when the Cooler Worldwide happened, Cooler was my favourite unit in the game, and I liked Cooler more than Goku. But I even said the exact same thing then that I say now, is that they're just two very different units with two different like play styles, so it kind of depends what your preference is for those kind of things. If you prefer defensive units, like you'll probably like Goku more. But that's the thing, Cooler can get to levels where he is easily as good, if not better, defensively than Birdku. Birdku can't get to levels where he's as good offensively as Cooler. So I do just think Cooler is better. Because like we've seen Cooler, especially with like the Tech Metal Cooler support, we've seen STR Cooler have like 7 million defense start of turn with 40% damage reduction, which is actually better than Goku on some of his turns. But yeah, Goku can't put out the same kind of damage that Cooler does.
Right, let's do this.
So I like how they did their SSRs as well, where they're like charging at each other like that. I think that's really cool. How is it possible for the TUR Yakon to get power crept? I feel like his KS is one of the most unpower creepable units of all time. I've only used him a couple of times because I only pulled him recently, but he's not. I didn't think he was that crazy. I know he gets like one turn where he gets guaranteed dodge, right? But yeah, because he's only got what? Well, he's got 85% chance to dodge, which is pretty good. But I mean, we've seen characters with high dodge fail to dodge and get killed. Like, it happens all the time. Alright, so should be... Are we on stage 10? Oh, the next one's stage 9. It's active as the 40% attack and defense. Well, it's I mean, it's a decent buff, but it's also not that crazy. If it was like damage reduction or something, that would be insane. But... let's do that. Yeah, good old LR EZA is only one phase away from being finished. Oh, are we actually not going to finish it in one turn this time? Yeah, I think I might look at the Super Saiyans first. This thing, I've already played with Cooler on the private server, but I genuinely have no idea how good these guys are going to be. Hopefully good. Yeah, no, the 40% attack and defense debuff doesn't really do a lot. And most bosses can't be attack lowered anyway. So if you're fighting a boss that is immune to attack lowering, his active skill doesn't actually do anything to them. And yeah, defense lowering has never really been a crazy thing. Like in the past, when unit characters have like lowers enemies' defense on their super attack, it doesn't really do anything. I'll be using on my actual account. Yeah, I always like to do the proper showcases on my actual account. Can't believe he's still alive. Getting serious FOMO. I mean, Majin Vegeta is really good, but also his team is like aged. Like, he's still very good, but yeah, I wouldn't worry too much if you don't have him. Excuse me. Because Majin Vegeta leads pure Saiyans, but then his extra, like, the what 50% is like Majin Buu Saga or uncontrollable power, so it's only really like Buu Saga Saiyans and then Broly's.
Alright, let's do
Final
this.
stage. Got a Zeno for Cell Max, let's go. GG's. I assumed it was like Yak Majin Vegeta, Pui Pui, Yakon, Dabura, Super EZA, Babidi. Yeah, well, in EZA Int Majin Vegeta is really good, but I don't think Pui Pui is that good. Dokkan Jesus, that is me. Subscribe unto me and ye shall be saved. Yeah, the AGL Super EZA LR Majin Vegeta, like, he's decent, but he's not anything like super crazy, I don't think. GDC is next. Well, GDC is. Well, yeah, true. I was going to say, because they say GDC is September, but it's actually like end of August. But it's the very end of August, so it's like a month and like 2 weeks. It's like 6 weeks away, basically. When you say next month, that is technically true, but it makes it sound closer than it is, because yeah, it's like six weeks away. I pulled at Cell Max on the free tickets yesterday. Decided to still do 2 rotations. Pulled them again whilst also Rainbow Broly. Nice. What's your favourite Dragon Ball character of all time? I don't really know. Bardock and Rose are up there. But yeah, favourite of all time. I mean, Vegeta, probably. It feels weird picking one of the secondary characters, because saying like, oh yeah, Bardock is my favourite character of all time, when he's literally in like one special and then like It's the stuff that I like, the non-canon stuff, like Marseillan and all the hero stuff. So, like, kind of doesn't really count. But overall, realistically, my favourite character is Vegeta. I mean, to be fair, I do have, like, it's a really bad angle for this thing, but I do have, like, Vegeta and Bardock, like... I also don't mind the Dragon Ball Super Bardock. I feel like people overly hate Dragon Ball Super Bardock. Yeah, a new Bojack and a new Gohan for GDC would be pretty good. Alright, well there we go. There's both the EZAs available now. The Extreme Z battle beaten. Because we love LR EZAs. Only took 29 minutes instead of basically an hour for a normal one. Nice.
All right.
Go. Making these guys. And of course, don't forget to get them to SA25. I've got 4 spare copies of them as well.
All right.
Oh, nice. One of those dosing cards actually worked. Where's that snake? It was a random thing they gave out during one of the celebrations ages ago. It's just a Kai, technically. You just use it to level up a super attack, but I just kept all of them because obviously I don't... Because I have so many Kais, I don't need to worry about it too much. Rainbow the AGL boys, don't even remember. I mean, they've been out for a very, very long time, so wouldn't be surprised. I know they've returned like a few times, well, a few times after they were first out. They obviously haven't been back on a banner for ages, but... Alright, so let's chuck these guys on Beast Gohan's team and give them a try. So... who do I take off? Maybe you. Because we're going to want to put the Super Saiyans in slot 1, really. Doflamingo wasn't a unit you could get. He was just a boss you could fight when they did that One Piece crossover. I was playing when that happened. Cellmax doesn't go on Metal Cooler's team. No, he doesn't fit on his leader skill. I actually did a video yesterday, funnily enough, of the team that I think is the best team for Cellmax. It has Tech Metal Cooler on it, but yeah, he's not on Tech Metal Cooler's leader skill because he's not a Terrifying Conqueror or Power Absorption character. But that's my video from yesterday. That's what I think is the best Best Cell Max team. Alright, now the question is, what event are we doing? Also, what is this? That does give me 7 tickets, though, so let's do a quick cheeky ticket summon. We're not going to do any build-up or anything. We're just going to jump in and do it and see what happens. Piccolo and 18, great. Just say if we could just get a random cheeky, like, Beast Gohan pull here or something. Or we could just get a 0 SSRs multi. That's, that makes sense. That question mark is for a Red Ribbon Army next week. Oh, what now? Well, they're adding stages to the... Is it for the thingy? What's it called? Frontier. Ah, right. Do we know that? Has that been announced and I'm just forgetting? Or is it just we're assuming it's that? The only good thing about having those anniversary like manga cart stickers to use in Petam for so long is I've now got so many of like the other stuff. I don't really care about this one being the fastest possible. There is more coming. Proton set. Right, okay. I'm running at Android 13. Oh, yeah, true. Yeah, because it's versus the Red Ribbon Army, isn't it? So it would make sense. Let's try out the God Goku fight, I guess. What's my favourite food? Probably a really, really good burger is probably still my favourite, like, go-to. Okay. Maybe we'll receive the first LR13. Hopefully sometime soon. Right. Place your bets, chat. How many times am I going to have to reset to get a good starting rotation? I mean, I guess technically I could do this. Because they're going to go in slot 1 on the first turn. So... Because, yeah, turn 1 they have 70%, or they have 90% before attacking. And the other beast isn't in slot 7. So the other beast is in slot 7, so at least they'll be like together on the next rotation as well. If it was double beast on turn 2, I would probably reset, but I think this might actually be fine. Yeah, let's go for it. Because, yeah, we're going to do this. I guess we should do this then as well. Have them there. Because I'm assuming, yeah, I'm assuming they link better. Makes sense. So they're at 582 start of turn, but they have 90% damage reduction. Yeah, they don't have anything when they receive an attack, do they? No, but they just have 90% damage reduction. What is, what does this Goku hit for? Check all this before I start recording, just so I know what I'm doing. He's hitting for like 5 mil. So it's like 4.8 minus 90% is 480k. So yeah, they should take double digit damage. They have guard. Not before they get their morale boost. But yeah, they have 90% damage reduction, so that's fine. Hey, Preston Kitty, how's it going? Shout out to Preston for re-upping his channel membership. Lobster Squad member for 19 months. Let's go. That's 2 years. Yeah, 5 months to go for the 2-year badge. You love to see it. W's for Preston in the chat. Right, so I think we are good to go. Alright, get their thing up here properly. Okay. Oh, let's do this. The heat's okay. It's okay at the moment. It's still been hot for the next for the last few days. We need another world tournament ASAP. True. Right, here we go. Hey guys, Marsengan here, bringing another Dragon Ball Z Dokkan battle video, and so today we are going to be taking a look at the AGL Super Saiyans from the Metal Cooler movie with their EZA over here on the Beast Gohan team, as it is basically the only meta-relevant 220% team that they're on. Their only other 220 lead is physical Super Saiyan 2 Gohan from the 10th anniversary, and yeah, we're not going to be using him, so let's take a look at these guys. Their super attacks, the 12 key greatly raises attack and raises defense for 1 turn, colossal damage, and the 18 key is greatly raise attack and defense for 1 turn, mega colossal damage, and greatly lowers attack and defense. So for enemies that can be attack lowered, having greatly lowering attack is pretty good. The base effects are 5 key, 250 attack and defense, 30% damage reduction, additional 1 key per type key sphere obtained, launch an additional attack that has a high chance to become a super. Then for 4 turns, they get an extra 150% attack and defense. They get a guaranteed additional super. They have 40% extra damage reduction and 200% extra defense and damage reduction of 20% before attacking. So that means when you add all of these up, before they attack, they have 90% damage reduction, which is pretty good. When attacking with 18 or more key, they get another 150% attack and defense, and they have a high chance to crit. And then after they've performed 3 or more supers and been hit 5 times, or when there's 3 or more movie heroes allies on the team from turn 5, then they get their morale boost, which is like the costume change thing. And they don't have an active skill before then, so yeah, this is what we have now. So they're at 582k defense start of turn. That's not super crazy, but obviously they do have 90% damage reduction. And then once they attack, they obviously get a whole bunch of extra stats as well. So let's just go ahead and grab these for them. Grab these for you. We can just grab this because you don't need any key anyway. Hey Raven, how's it going? Yeah, so let's see how we go. So they're going to get supered. But with the 90% damage reduction, they should take double-digit damage from this. Okay. 140k. That's not great, I suppose. I do still like their animation. I've always liked the animations like that. I thought this unit was cool aesthetically when they came out, but I was one of the many people hugely disappointed by them on their release. Additional 21 million, okay. Yeah, even that, like their 12 key super is very cool. 22.6. I think this Goku can be attack lowered as well, so... Well, they've already supered 3 times and been hit 4 times. So literally they only need to get hit once now, and then they'll have their thing active, which is pretty good. Budo are another unit that are good for the Gohan team, because obviously once we get to the standby part of the fight, we can use them as a slot 1 character as well. Because ideally, outside the active skill turn, like Beast needs to be in slot 2. Or 3, of course, but... yeah, a bunch of additionals for the Buu duo. I'll take this for double-digit damage because they get a nice little bit of damage reduction on their first turn anyway. Oh, excuse me. You know when you know you've got a sneeze coming and it's just not coming? That's super annoying. Right, there we go. So now we can do this. Birdcoo here for the first turn. Beast in slot 2. Piccolo slot 3. Okay, so obviously Birdcoo can hold down slot 1 here perfectly fine. It's a nice little attack boost on his first turn, so he's going to do some alright damage here as well. Yeah, Cellmax I think is good, but he's not like super crazy. He's going to be his best thing set up really, or his best scenarios are going to be the shorter events. Like all the, if we get like, I think Weed mentioned it yesterday, but if we get new sets of like battle hardened formidable foes where it's a whole bunch of fights that only last 4 turns, the fact that Cellmax has the immediate use domain that makes everyone do crazy damage for 2 turns, like you're just going to be blitzing those kind of events. So Beast gets his attacks off here. Is this my Beast or the friend one? I didn't even see, because mine has 1 dupe. The friend is Rainbow. Oh, of course, he's going to get supered. Great. Doesn't take damage, but it means he can't counter. Oh, great. The thing's cut out again. Great. Well, I'm trying to record a video. Perfect. Alright, well, I don't know when it cut out, but I'm going to have to just, like, cut that part of the video then. Right, so, now we're on to their second turn. So they do share a decent few links with Beast. They only miss out on like Golden Warrior, and then they have Shocking Speed instead of Prepared for Battle. Oh, and they miss out on Super Saiyan as well, actually, to be fair. They have 5 links active here. But they get the... Golden Warrior, Super Saiyan, Prepared for Battle. Right, so they're at 700k start of turn 2. Does this guy get extra attack? See, this guy gets extra attack with each turn that passes, so if he supers straight away in slot 1, he's going to do even more damage to them than he did on the first turn. But obviously we can't put Beast in slot 1. No, you just have to do this and hope for the best. I mean, he has been attack lowered a little bit as well. Okay, he didn't super, so that's fine. Then 31.8. I mean, the thing is, these guys aren't supposed to be super crazy before their morale boost, so that's the thing, is that extra defense they have for the first couple of turns is all just there to help them survive until you get to the morale boost. And then that's where we'll really see, like, how good they actually are. Because, yeah, the morale boost is the important thing. Hopefully they will actually be good, because... Because, yeah, now they can get supered. After they've attacked, they can get supered. Take double-digit damage, that's fine. And they get a dodge. Dodge the normal attack, that would do double-digit damage. You'd love to see that. Yeah, someone else said this the other day, actually, but the, these guys, EZA, the AGL Super Saiyans EZA, kind of gives me a little bit more hope for the AGL Blue Boys, the Saiyans without limits, because if these guys could get a good EZA, then so can they. There's no way Cell Max or Mid Gohan even touches the top 50. I mean, like, Gohan was easily top 10 when he came out. But now, because of these EZA, now because of all the EZAs, I feel like he's probably not top 10 anymore. Cell Max, maybe, but they're probably, like, they're both definitely top 15. They're just not, like, Beast Gohan isn't top 10. I waited to do an LR tier list until I did this one. I love that KO screen as well. Yeah, I was going to not do an... There's no point doing an LR tier list like yesterday when these two LR EZAs were then going to come out today. But I think, like, both of these EZAs are better than Beast, probably. But, I mean, I had Beast at 10, and now we've got these two EZAs, so the bare minimum Beast is at 12. Alright, so we should get the Bird Coup revive here. Which is good, because it, like, wastes a turn. This is the thing, with this boss, this Goku getting crits for, like, 3 turns. It's good that we can kind of, like, waste one of his turns by then just getting the revive straight away. As in, that's one of his turns where he's critting, just gone. Okay, or Goku just survives, I guess. Domax is top 10, he's just the worst LR Teles. Yeah, he's very, very good. No way unit that just released getting hit for 200k on old Seriously Serious Supers. Well, which event is it, and like what was the team and what was the setup? Because we know how people like to agenda farm on Twitter and stuff with clips where they're like totally misplaying. Not to say that that is what you're doing, but what event? Because like some of those old Seriously Serious bosses, like still do super for quite a lot of damage. So it depends which boss it is and which turn it is. Because like turn 1, I can't see many situations where he would be taking that much damage, depending on the setup. But I can't believe Birdcoo actually survived. Which is actually kind of bad, because now we're on super low health. Because I'm pretty sure Gohan just dies. Is his revival even... His revive should be active, right? No. So we just... Okay, great. Well, this is going well.
All right, let's do this.
Yeah. I hate trying to record stuff in this game sometimes. It's like all the worst things that could possibly go wrong when I'm trying to record. I mean, yeah, most units nowadays it's just dodge and additional. But yeah, dodge and additional has been like the best build for most of the things. Yeah, exactly. That's the thing, though, is that kind of is true, though. Like, Dark FV is right. Like, Beast Gohan should carry the team, because he's the new Dokkan Fest, like, Tanabata LR. Like, he should be good enough. Like, he should be carrying the team. Alright, they can get all their hits on the first turn here, which is actually kind of cool. No key for Piccolo, though. Also, I'm not sure how their thing works for, like, if they dodge. Because it says after receiving attacks, which I'm assuming that does count if they dodge, I think. Oh, they also need to do 3 supers as well, though, so if they don't do another additional super here, they won't get it on the next turn. Of course. This game, man. Yeah, receiving an attack counts for dodge. Yeah, I thought so. Just use the domain straight away, because why not? Not domain, standby. Can't wait to see people complain they got Super Sentai done with Vegeta on the free tickets soon. Worst celebration, in my opinion, in Dokkan history. I feel like that's a ridiculous over-exaggeration. I feel you haven't been playing the game long if you think that. Now, we've had some dire celebrations in the last, like, 8 years. Oh, and I didn't even mean 8 years. I meant to say 11 years. I didn't even see who died. Okay, so now they can get their morale boosting on the next turn. No, the standby Vegeta died. How? Yeah, I mean, they've made a big deal out of how apparently this year's GDC is going to be like an insane, huge celebration. So... Bro, what is going on with this team? Like... This shouldn't even be that hard. We've died twice.
All right, let's do this.
And now we've got a terrible starting rotation.
All right, let's do this.
It's so funny how the like extreme team from this is just like this whole celebration and everything now is just so much better. How, God's sake, now they're in slot 7. Maybe we need to change up the team build slightly. I can't remember if like Coat Vegeta is actually any good now. He is on the full leader skill. It does create rainbow orbs as well. He has a high chance to dodge. He has 30% damage reduction. He has... Okay, he actually has 80% chance to dodge. And mine should be built for full dodge, yeah. Maybe I should be using you on the team so we could use Gogeta as well. Gives him evasion 4. Gives him the only crit that he has as well, but I mean he's not on the team to do damage, so I don't know if that really matters. I don't think I have any other spare copies of it though. Yeah, I've only got that one. Ah, that'll do.
All right, let's do this.
Okay. He actually links decently well with the Gohan as well, to be fair, Vegeta, so... Okay, so we can do that. Alright. So now I've got a decent bit of support on the rotation as well. 29.5 to start. But yeah, that greatly lowering attack on the 18 key is definitely going to help for them. Okay, getting our supers off here. Didn't actually see how many times are they being attacked in this turn. Okay, it was 4, so they still need to get attacked once more for them to be able to get their morale boost thing. But yeah, after they've supered, they can just eat this God Goku super for double-digit damage, which is good. Beast at 48. And we know he's going to get some counters here because Goku's already done his 2 supers. So we can get a nice little bit of extra damage off at the end here. So that's what, 13, so it's like 39 million attack stat counters. Now we just need Coke Vegeta to not fumble. I mean, he has 80% dodge when there's another movie heroes, when there's 3 movie heroes allies. He has a bit of damage reduction. Mine has like 28 dodge in the hitter potential, so hopefully he just doesn't get hit at all because he's just here for the support. There we go. That's what we like to see. Alright, so Birdcoo slot 1 for the first turn. Get those for you, and then grab the physical orbs for these guys. Okay. This puts us in a good spot here. Birdcoo can get hit a few times. Oh, he dodged the super. I mean, he would tank it here anyway, but... And we can see now, because he's going to take the second one, but... And we still took 100k. So, to be fair, that dodge did save us from an extra 100k of damage. So, not terrible. Right, 41 from this beast. Which was the... Is this the friend one? Which one was on turn 1? Okay, my one is on this turn, so the friend one, the rainbow one, was on turn 1. Neither Beast or Cellmax had an EX. Yeah, because I mean they've done that before though. They introduced like an anniversary mechanic, and then they don't go crazy like spamming it. Because we got the 2 anniversary. Well, yeah, 3 of the anniversary No, all 4 of the anniversary characters, sorry, had an EX super. Then Margin Vegeta had one. I imagine at least one of the GDC characters will probably have one. But yeah, usually when they introduce those new, like, anniversary mechanics, they don't spam them like crazy. Birdcoo easily best unit of this celebration. I still think STR Cooler's better than Birdcoo. On his best defensive turns, Cooler can be as good as Birdcoo, if not better. On his best offensive turns, Birdcoo can't be as good as Cooler, so Cooler's better. In my opinion. They are still both very, very good, of course, but yeah, I like Cooler more. This is a perfect setup as well, actually, because we can float off Frieza, which means he never even has to get touched. And then when he next comes back, because we're on the full superclass version of the movie Heroes team, the next time he comes back, he'll just be able to switch over into Gogeta straight away. So, this should be GG. These guys take their final hit. Typical that on this turn, there's like 5 or even 6 attacks. They've done all the supers they needed to do already. So... Oof. See, that's not great, because if he supers them in slot 1 again, okay, fortunately he isn't going to, but yeah, if he double supered them in slot 1 on this turn, he'd just be dead. Which is kind of crazy. Because, like, with that extra damage reduction for their first 2 appearances, the whole point is so that they can take the hits and get their morale boost. So they should be able to slot 1 tank on their first 2 turns. But the fact that against this Goku, because he could double super, the fact that if he had super twice in that first slot and we hadn't dodged one of them, we would just be dead. It's probably not great. Yeah, these guys are getting a bunch of supers off now. Full on overkill. Literally, they needed to get hit once more and had already done all their attacks. And so they get hit like 5 times and then super like 4 times. They basically got everything they needed to get their morale boost on this turn. If they'd come in fresh, like, it's kind of crazy. But yeah, Beast either kills him with this super or with the counter, so... Oh, or just does an additional, I guess, because it was going to be the counter, but then he just decided to do an extra super, so... Okay. So... That at least means now we have the revival with Birdcoo available. So what we could do here is just do this. Because Gohan should be okay on this turn, right? With the revival from Goku on the table. Although we're not on full health either, so I'm not actually sure how well this will go. Like, Beast could probably still just die to this, but... yeah. I was going to say, if he does the second one, it's GG. Bro, the fact that this guy could just, like, guaranteed crit for 3 turns, and he can double super, is kind of crazy. But, I mean, that was the point of having the bird coup revive. But that's the thing, like, Beast, that's... on his active skill turn, Beast should be able to tank, like, everything in the game. Because it's only 1 turn. Like, it's just another thing that is, like, disappointing about him. I mean, to be honest, on this turn... because that's kind of his point when the revival is available. Like, Birdcoo would have died as well. And we have to be fair, because, like, as disappointing as Beast is... okay, we got the morale boosting here. As disappointing as Beast is, and you say that, Dark FV, but, like, against this Goku, with his guaranteed crit, like, most units in the game die to him double supering them in slot 1. Let's be fair. Like... because that Goku is doing a 7 million damage super that is a guaranteed crit, so it basically ignores almost all of your unit's defense, and he just double supered in slot 0. So, like, most of the units in the game die to that super, like, or die to that double crit super. But yeah, so these guys have their morale boost now. So they go up to having 5 key and 300% attack and defense, 70% damage reduction, additional 2 key per type key sphere, a guaranteed additional super. From 1 turn from their entry turn, they have the extra 20%. So they've got 90% damage reduction, and it's not even before attacking. It's just in general. When attacking with 18 or more key, 150% attack, high chance to crit. Receiving an attack, they get 150% defense. When activating the active skill or attacking with 24 key, 300% attack, extra 150% defense, guaranteed crit. Additional attack with a great chance to become a super. And then from the next attacking turn, so after this turn, for 1 time only, they get a 500% attack boost if they're facing 1 enemy. So, and then their active skill, which obviously we can't use just yet, you can use it the turn after the morale boost. Ultimate damage and stuns the enemy, which obviously we can't do. So we already know that Beast dies if we just active with Beast, so I guess we have to do this. I was going to say, if we don't get a good orb change, we just die to this anyway, right? This is the problem with the fact that Goku crits, is that he just does so much damage. Get those and get a full heal. Yeah, see, this turn he didn't super in slot 0 at all. Cooler tanks it. I mean, Cooler can tank it potentially. I don't know which Cooler you mean as well, actually, to be fair. Cooler can tank it depending on the turn. Kabura can dodge it, otherwise he gets hit by it and dies. Okay, so yeah, we're getting off quite a few supers. Their attack stats aren't crazy, but I guess the whole point is that they do a lot of attacks. But they're still not reaching, like, STR Cooler level. So how much are they going to take from this? Bearing in mind, they've got 90% damage reduction, so... yeah, that's what I thought. It's pretty good. But yeah, I do think that is fair. Like, the newly released, like, headliner Dokkan Fest LR of the TDC should be the best unit in the game. Or at least, like, top 5. Maybe even top 3, but like top 3 with arguments for top 5 is kind of top 5 with arguments for top 3 is like the bare minimum that the TDC, like, new headliner Dokkan Fest LR should be. But unfortunately that is not what we got, so... Right, but now we can have some fun times with switching over to Gogeta here. Gogeta and Gohan actually link quite well together as well. 4 links. And then obviously we get Saiyan Warrior Race from Goku as well. Obviously Gogeta with 10 orbs, guaranteed dodge. We don't even need to use his active skill to change the orbs here. We can use Berku's active skill as well, might as well. Oh, I just realised I floated the beast on the previous turn. I should have floated this one. But yeah, Gogeta is still pretty fun. I mean, I would argue with some of the teams that they're on, like... Golden Frieza and Gogeta are probably more useful in some situations than Beast. I guess the problem is the difference is they're in Extreme and they're on 2 different teams. Because on a Movie Heroes team, you wouldn't necessarily always use these guys, whereas on like a Movie Bosses team, I still use them. But then I guess like on a Movie Heroes team, I probably would still just always use Beast, so I guess that's not necessarily the best comparison. Yeah, I love Extreme Gogeta, exactly. Goku dodged? That's outrageous. Hopefully Goku's active skill action braked like the other super from God Goku, because if he supers, or Super Saiyan Goku, because I feel like if he supers Berku at the end, although this is the turn after the revival actually, so Berku should still be fine regardless. Yeah, that's what I wanted it to be. Reverse exchange, where you start off as Orange Piccolo, he's an absolute god tank, and then you switch into Beast and he's an absolute god, like, damage dealer. That's what I wanted the unit to be. It would have been super cool. Man, there's a lot going on this turn. Right, so let's go ahead and actually see their active skill. Their start of turn defense being 365k is a bit of an oof.
Odds are against us. Every breath in my body will be spent trying. That's the last time. Underestimate the Saiyan.
Active skill still looks really good. Yeah, not bad. It's not like insane damage, but... How many turns has it been the Super Saiyan Goku? Is he still critting? Because I don't know how well we survive this if he's doing crits still. But they get a 500% attack buff on this turn. I guess we'll find out here. Okay, yeah, he's not critting anymore, so now it's GG. Because, yeah, this is the turn where they're going to do some good numbers, hopefully. Because, yeah, they get a 500% attack buff on this first turn after the morale boost. This is obviously also the best time to do the active skill because they get that boost. So 55 million. And, of course, they're going to get all crits on this turn because it's the turn where we use the active skill. Well, I don't think they're bad in any way, shape, or form, but... like, to me, if we're comparing all the different EZAs and stuff, they're just a worse STR cooler. Like, they're not doing as much damage as him, and they're not as good defensively as him. And even though they made their morale boost thing better, like easier to get, you still have to jump through those hoops to get him to get them to be the morale boost version. So right, so man, I mean, I guess we just do the big Gogeta active skill. I haven't actually watched his active skill for ages, because obviously I forgot to turn the animation skip back on, so... I think it's funny that they made him Super Saiyan Gogeta, because then they didn't have to put him on, like, I'll be on Super Saiyan. So yeah, that should be GG. But yeah, so I think that the AGL Super Saiyans with their EZA, I think they're pretty good. I said they could have been better, potentially, but... Because like I say, I think when we compare them to somebody like Cooler, STR Final Form Cooler, I think is better. Yeah, Rose was very, very good on release. It's funny how Rose, apart from his leader skill being terrible, when Rose came out, he was like my favourite of the GDC units, but it didn't take very long after the GDC for him to be like the one that aged the worst, which is unfortunate because he is obviously very cool. But yeah, we won't see the AGL Super Saiyans again, I'm pretty sure, because Gogeta, I don't think we'll quite finish him off here, but then we've got the Beast Supers and counters, and now that he's not critting, like post-Super, Beast will survive Supers from this Goku, so... Yeah, the AGL Super Saiyans, I think the big thing for them in terms of like their release and how well they're going to potentially age is that Beast is the only team that they're on currently. Now, you got to remember the GDC is going to start in like 6 weeks. So if one of the GDC LRs is giving them a 220% lead and is like giving allies, you know, big defense boost for the turn or something, so that it makes it a lot easier to just put them in slot 1 on that first turn and have them take a bunch of hits. Because you don't need them to morale boost straight away, right? This is the thing. Because they now get their morale boost, if they're on a team with Movie Heroes allies, there only need to be 3 or more Movie Heroes allies on the team. And it doesn't say other, so it includes them. They will get it on turn 5 anyway. So unless they're taking 5 hits and supering 3 times in turn 1, they're always just going to morale boost on turn 5 anyway. Sometimes you'll get lucky and get it on turn 3, but they have to get hit 5 times and they have to do 2 additional supers. So if we get a unit come out that is giving a nice defense boost, even if it's only for 1 turn, you could put them in slot 1 on the first turn, them take most of the hits they need to take, do their couple of supers, then on turn 2, well, their turn 2, which would be turn 3, you could probably put them in slot 2, as long as there's an attack or 2 there, and you're not going to kill the boss. And then they just morale boost on turn 5 anyway. So, they're definitely not bad, but I think the big thing is we're going to need, like, they're going to need a new team, like ASAP. Or, I guess, other unit. I guess it doesn't even have to be a GDC leader. If a unit from the GDC goes on this team and is an even bigger support for these guys, then maybe. I like the fact that this guy's still usable as well with his 80% dodge. I think this guy's actually pretty cool. So, but yeah, let me know what you guys think of the AGL Super Saiyans down below in the comment section. How would you rank them from the 4 Cooler Worldwide EZAs from what we've seen so far? Obviously, I'm doing this one first, and we're going to do the Physical Metal Cooler Showcase next. So maybe you want to wait and watch that and then let me know in the comments over on that video. But yeah, let me know what you guys think of the AGL Super Saiyans and their EZA down below in the comment section. So that is going to be it for the video, guys. This has been the Master Ningen. Smash that like button, subscribe to the channel if you are new. Check out the links down below, and I will see you all again soon. Have a good one. Okay. So that's those bits recorded. I'm going to have to edit that, though, because of the stupid... Not only did we die the first time, but we also... The cord cut out part way through, so I can't even just, like, upload that straight away as a video, which is annoying. So... But if we get the cooler one recorded... Oh, that's actually... No, that's really annoying, because if I get the cooler one recorded next and I do it all in one take, I can't put it up first, because I just said at the end of that video that I'm putting up that one first. Right. Well, we'll do the cooler one anyway. Yeah, they're probably the worst of the 4 new EZAs, but that doesn't necessarily mean they're bad. I don't have Tech Metal Cooler, but I have Cell Max. What's your recommended team for movie bosses? I mean, this is my movie bosses team. Where is he? I only put this guy on there last night to do a funny run because I didn't have the Metal Cooler wasn't EZA'd yet, but yeah, without Tech Metal Cooler, I would say this is the best movie bosses team, as long as you can get Physical Turles' intro. If you're not fighting a character that gets Physical Turles' intro, I would maybe use Physical Final Form Cooler or Garlic Jr. instead, depending on who the boss is. Because this is the thing, like, there is no, like, quote-unquote, like, best team. I mean, there kind of is, I suppose. But a lot of it depends on the boss you're fighting. Because some characters will be better than others. Although I would say, in terms of movie bosses, like, this team, but with the final slot being Metal Cooler, is probably the best team. Like, I don't know why you would switch anyone else out for, like, Physical Turles or Physical Final Form Cooler or Garlic Jr. Like, everybody else on the team is just good, so... Alright, well, let's do the same event again, since we obviously want to compare them, like... Enemy skill issue in Dokkan Frontier. Did I even notice that? When you defeat the enemy that creates bomb orbs, apparently the bomb orbs can stay there. Is that a thing? Did I just not see that? But yeah, because we're going to do the God Goku event, because it's a Goku family, well, and a Pure Saiyan, we will get Turles' intro. So we'll use Physical Turles on the team for that. Plus, Physical Turles is actually good. Like, I think people underestimated him on release anyway, his EZA. But like with the Cell Max domain as well, Physical Turles can actually go ham. Like, I think people underestimate how good that Physical Turles EZA actually is. Like, dude's got hands. I like the new Dokkan Frontier. I like the fact that you can use any character. Makes it more fun. I am a Dokkan Frontier defender. Not the Namek one, but just Frontier in general. Physical Metal Cooler is straight beans. And that's the thing, we do like beans on this channel. We should just make that as a thing that we say. If we refer to a unit or something as beans, it's because they're good. That unit is straight beans. It's kind of funny. Just like cooler more. Physical final call over physical tailers. Yeah, like that's the thing. If you have Tech Mail Cooler, then I think Tech Mail Cooler would go on the team instead of Turles, but unfortunately I don't. So God damn it. God damn my not having Tech Metal Cooler. Hey, Christopher, how's it going? We could yeah, exactly. That's what I mean. That's what I'm saying. If units are good, if a unit is good, we say that they're beans, not if they're bad. So that unit is straight beans, but it means good. Yeah, straight beans is the new catchphrase now. This unit is absolute beans. All right, test out this bad boy. Let's go.
All right, let's do this.
Okay, this isn't the best first rotation. Yeah, because to be fair, we don't have a slot 1 unit on the next rotation, so probably shouldn't do that. How long is it going to take me to get a good starting rotation? Let's put our guesses in this time. Last time I didn't actually have to do any resets. How many resets am I going to have to do to get a good starting rotation for the video? Put your predictions in the chat. So far, we've already done 1, so don't guess 0 because you'll be wrong. Do we want him to just be on turn 2? Are we okay with that? No, I kind of want him to be on turn 1. Alright, so this is 2 resets. So if the next one is good, then Fresh Smoker wins.
Alright, let's do this.
That's 2 resets. Okay, so we got him with Cellmax. We got him with STR Cooler. The other Cellmax is in slot 3. Although we could float him, I guess. Can Metal Cooler... I forget what he does, because obviously I'm about to read his kit for the video, but can he slot 1 on his first turn? Is that a thing? Yeah, he has extra damage reduction on turn 1. Does this Goku... I don't like the fact that you can't, on Dokkan Database, which is my favourite of all the Dokkan sites now, but you can't... When you open the menu, like on Dokkan Info to go to events, you can't like right-click open in new tab, which is really helpful. So I have to actually just open a separate thing. Oh, Goku does an unarmed super anyway, so... Alright, well there you go. So Fresh Smoker with the W, let's go. W's in the chat. It's still a shame, like I've said before, that you can't gift memberships to like a specific person. Because that would be like a funny thing to do in the like for stuff like this when we mess around recording these videos. Like, who can guess the number of times I have to reset the thing? Like, if whoever gets it right, I'll give you a membership. But we can't do that because you can't gift memberships to specific people, which is stupid. I guess it's because like YouTube was obviously never originally meant for streaming, and they just copied most of their stream stuff from Twitch. It took them long enough to even have members in the first place, but I don't understand why it can't be that difficult, surely, to like make it so that you can gift a membership to a specific person. Gift everyone except 2. I would say because we don't know if there's going to be a world tournament after the TDC, which I think there potentially will be. Otherwise, I could do my free ones. I mean, I guess we'll get the showcase done first before we worry about that. But yeah, GG's, Fresh Smoker, W's in the chat. I would immediately give Tuna membership if that was the case. But then the meme would be over. That's the other thing, to be fair. Then the meme would be over and it wouldn't be as funny. But oh yeah, Metal Cooler doesn't have an intro. Wait, did they have... They didn't have an intro, did they? No, good. Oh, but the animations are on anyway, so we get to see STR Cooler's intro. Cell Max! Cell Max has been activated. Here he comes. Grr. Okay. You know, I won't use Cell Max's active skill this time here because we do want to see, like I want to see what Metal Cooler does like without his active skill active. I'd give your second channel membership first for the funnies. Yeah, like those of you who, I guess because it's on the second channel, I tweeted about it and posted it in the Discord, I think. But the funniest thing that YouTube does is like, we got a Bringer gifted some memberships on the second channel, and my main channel got one of the memberships, which doesn't make any sense because they're both my channels. They come under the same account, like the same email address and stuff. So like, why would I ever be... Why? Well, I don't think I could physically. Well, I guess I could do it on a different device like my phone. But like, why would I be watching my own stream as my other channel to then need a membership so I could post like emotes in the chat? Like, it's so stupid like that can even be a thing, that your other channel can be gifted a membership to one of your other channels. Like, but that's what I mean with like YouTube's stream stuff is all just so lazy. They just put it in as a thing of like, well, we should be doing stream stuff too, like, and then they just didn't really put a lot of effort into it. Oh yeah, sorry, let me do that now actually before I forget. We did mention that in the previous stream. Let me go to, where is it, create a dashboard. Trying to think, where is the emotes and stuff? It's not there. It's not there. Oh yeah, it's viewer rewards, emotes. Okay, so we have to lose one of the Twitch emotes to have another one. Which one do we want? Which one do you guys not care about? We can't lose the Nemo Pog one either because that's an animated one, so it doesn't even make a gap for another one. I mean, we should probably keep the You Died, because that one's funny. We should keep Praise the Sun. We should keep the No Aim one. To be fair, they're all good. I guess we could just get rid of the X for Doubt one. How do I change it? Okay. Oh, no, I can't do it now anyway, because Twitch has this weird thing. I guess because Twitch wants to do it, like, properly. To do the emotes on Twitch, you have to make the emote 3 times. It has to be 3 different sizes. It's a pain in the butt. I'll add it to my list of things to do. I'll have to do it after the stream. But yeah, let's get on with the Metal Cooler showcase. Hey, Proton, how's it going? Yeah, it's definitely better for discoverability. Like, if you're on Twitch, if you're playing a game that like 100 other people are playing, no one's ever going to find your channel. Because if someone searches for, like, say when GTA 6 comes out, and for some reason, I know a lot of people probably won't watch people stream it because they'll be playing it, but let's say you want to watch someone play GTA 6, so you search for GTA 6 on Twitch. It organizes the results by viewers. So all the top, like, 20 odd results are all going to be the big streamers that have thousands of viewers, and all the people that are playing it to, like, you know, 3 or 4 or 5 or 6 people. If you're like a newer, smaller streamer, you're going to be on like page 10 of the search results. Whereas YouTube is a bit more like, it can be a bit more random. Like, I've had random streams, and like I even still sometimes get random Dokkan videos come up on my recommended that are from like channels with like 10 subs. Like, so YouTube is a little bit better in that sense. But right, let's go. Hey guys, Marsengan here, bringing another Dragon Ball Z Dokkan battle video. And so we've got our boy Physical LR Metal Cooler EZA and ready to show him off here on the Cell Max Movie Bosses team, as unfortunately I do not have Tech Metal Cooler. F's in the chat. So let's go ahead and see what our guy is doing post EZA. So his 12 key super is raise attack and greatly raise defense for 1 turn, colossal damage to the enemy and greatly lowers attack, which is obviously very useful for bosses that can still be attack lowered. His 18 key super is massively raise attack and greatly raise defense for 1 turn, mega colossal damage and massively lowers defense. So he greatly raises defense on both of his supers, which is really good. And then his basic effects, he recovers 15% HP at the start of the turn every time. Key 5, attack and defense 250%. He has crit chance and damage reduction of 50%. And then 1 time only, he has chance to crit and damage reduction 30%. So on turn 1, 80% crit chance and damage reduction. He launches an additional attack that has a great chance to become a super. When HP is 80% or less, he recovers an extra 10% HP. So you would basically then go to full because he recovers 15% anyway. When attacking for the first time, so just the very first time, the more HP remaining, the greater the attack boost within the turn. So it doesn't apply to his additionals, right? When receiving an attack for the first time, the more HP remaining, the greater the defense boost within the turn. So the first attack he takes and his 18 key super will get a boost depending on how much HP you have, which is good because he heals a lot, so that's nice. When he receives an attack, or after he receives an attack, he'll then heal you another 10% HP at the end of the turn. He permanently gets an extra 4 key, and he permanently gets an extra 100% attack and defense. Now, because it's after receiving, he doesn't get that extra 100 when he gets hit, but he then has it afterwards. But considering on the first turn he has 80% damage reduction, it should be fine. When he gets an unarmed super thrown at him, he has a great chance to nullify it, or guaranteed nullifies it if he's already revived, which is pretty cool. When you activate the active skill, he gets 350% extra attack temporarily, and after he's revived, 200% extra attack and 100% extra defense, guard, and then 15% damage reduction before attacking, starting from the next turn. And yeah, his revive is when the character is KO'd, or any ally in the turn, as long as you have another ally who's named Cooler in the same turn. So the way that works is, if you have Metal Cooler on the turn by himself, like say we had Metal Cooler, Cell Max and Turles, only Metal Cooler could revive if he dies, which is like when he came out. But if our rotation was like it is now, Metal Cooler, STR Cooler and Cell Max, anyone who dies, we would get the revive. So that's really good. Right, so we haven't got a lot of key in slot 1. I'm not going to use Cell Max's domain straight away here, because I do want to see just what he does, like straight up without the buff. And then obviously we'll use a Cell Max domain for like the next time around. So obviously we'll tank the normals to double digits. I want this Goku to super him because, yeah, he does an unarmed super, so nice. Haha, 0 damage for 42 million attack stat here. Not crazy, but not bad. Like, because remember, this Cooler is more of a defensive unit. Like, when you compare the 4 units, it's like Birdcoo and Cooler are supposed to be similar with like the defensive capability, and then the AGL Super Saiyans and STR Cooler are supposed to be similar. So even though we will get turns where Metal Cooler will do some big damage, like he isn't there to be a huge damage dealer. Also, he didn't negate the second super, which is kind of awkward, because it's a 70% chance. But he took double-digit damage anyway, so it doesn't really matter. And then obviously STR Cooler, going to do STR Cooler things here and start getting his build up. But yeah, that is true, Delta Ryan. This guy, like, Physical Metal Cooler helps out a lot, because Cell Max still gets his big permanent boosts of like 100% attack when he attacks, 100% defense when he gets hit, and 70% damage reduction if you're above a certain amount of HP. So the fact that Physical Metal Cooler heals you so much helps a lot when it comes to that, because Cell Max, those parts of his passive don't proc until he's attacking or being hit. So Cell Max healing, Cooler healing you at the start of the turn, and then healing from picking up orbs, all of those things then add into then when Cell Max goes to attack or when he gets hit, then it checks what HP you have. So all the healing from Cooler is definitely very, very beneficial for Cell Max. We don't have the best slot 1 unit for this next turn, though, awkwardly enough. We will get Turles's intro. Actually, I should have turned the animations off, shouldn't I? Because both the Turleses have an intro that we're now going to have to watch. Whoops. I like the fact there's both Turleses, so we're going to have Turles in his ship doing 2 different intro animations here.
Such strength.
There you go. He looked at the Earth, smiled, and then looked at Gohan. You know, he's a real one. So there you go. Then, if you're going to have both the active skills play, it should be the first one first, because that's when he walks into the room and looks at Earth, and then the screen changes to Gohan. So that's the order that they should be in. How am I going to do this? I'm going to have to do this. Oh, I really need to turn the thing off. But yeah, I think I'm going to have to do this and just use his active skill straight away, which is not ideal, but yeah, it's a really bad start. The other Cell Max being in slot 7 was really awkward for the start of this. Because I would have put, if we had the other Cell Max on this turn too, I would have done the first rotation as Cell Max slot 1, Physical Metal Cooler slot 2, and then STR Cooler. But I guess we just have to do this now. I mean, you're going to get more links. Yeah, you're going to get legendary power if we do that. So, do that, and then do that. And then once we get Cell Max back onto this next turn, then we can float off the physical Turles. Because, yeah, physical Turles is a good option for the Cell Max team. Like, if with Cell Max is active with the domain and that 60% attack, like, physical Turles can actually do quite a lot of damage if he pops off. I think he is, I think physical Turles' EZA is kind of underrated. The biggest problem, really, with the Movie Bosses team, with some of the options, is, like, physical Turles got a really good EZA, the physical Cooler got a really good super EZA, like physical Final Form Cooler, but they both share a name with an LR who is better than them on the team. So if you run physical Turles, you kind of have to float LR Turles. And if you run physical Cooler, you kind of have to float STR Cooler, because otherwise you just keep ending up with rotations where you have the same name characters and they don't link. Which is why, obviously, I think the best build, like I did for the video yesterday, the best build for the Cell Max Metal Cooler, Movie Bosses team is having Tech Metal Cooler, like on this build that we have now, but having Tech Metal Cooler instead of physical Turles. And then we don't have any characters on the team with the same name. Tech Metal Cooler is, of course, called Metal Cooler Army, so they link perfectly well with physical Metal Cooler, and give them a ton of support as well. That's the other thing to bear in mind in this showcase, that obviously my physical Metal Cooler is Rainbow level 10 links, but he gets so much support from that Tech Metal Cooler that on a team with Tech Metal Cooler, he's going to be even more of a beast than he is like here, because that Metal Cooler gives him so much support, and the links obviously as well. Alright, so now we've got our other Cell Max. The problem is, if I use the active skill here, Cell Max just kills him, which is kind of annoying. So you notice we've got the revive up, because it's, well, the revive is technically always up for Metal Cooler, but because another Cooler is on the rotation, every character has the revival icon. So Metal Cooler's at 846k start of turn 2. Yeah, I need to get... I think we just let Cell Max kill Goku here. It's annoying because we want to see Metal Cooler attack, but if I put Metal Cooler in slot 1 and he doesn't negate the super, which of course he didn't even super, we don't want to waste the revival for Metal Cooler this early. But yeah, physical Super EZA final form cooler, he can die to supers, like, even after he's gotten a couple of supers off. That's what I mean. They share the same name as an LR who is just better than them. Because we've already seen, like, STR final form cooler, like, we've seen turns where he tanks stuff that, like, I just would not have expected him to tank. He's crazy good, man. Also, this is not a great turn. In terms of, like, who's going to be surviving what attacks. I'll go ahead and do this. The good thing about using this Cell Max's domain is because it lasts for 2 turns. So then we get back to this rotation and then we can use Turles' one. So... the only problem is I don't know if we survive this. I should have bought like a 1-turn damage reduction item. Because I don't want to have Metal Cooler have extra damage reduction on the next turn. Yeah, this is kind of awkward because you can do that. Cellmax has 70% damage reduction, but Goku crits. So the problem with this boss is that Goku just does so much damage. This Turles has no links active. I probably shouldn't be using physical Turles' active skill on a turn where he's got no links active, but... oh well.
Let me see your true form.
Yeah, my Cell Max is only 55%. Remember, he gets 100% defense when he gets hit. So if he's at 1 million defense start of turn, he goes up to 2 million. But Goku crits, so he basically ignores most of your defense. And he supers for like 7 million. So if we put 7 million into the calculator and then do minus 70%, it's still 2.1 million damage. So yeah, I think Cell Max. Well, he does also have Guard. The problem is, I think Cell Max and Turles would both be fine. Tech Turles. The problem is if he supers at the end of the turn, which he could do. But yeah, the issue is if I use the Whis, it means we have the Whis on the next turn. And I want Metal Cooler to die. But if I use the Whis, then Metal Cooler will have 90% damage reduction. Although, maybe he would still die. Because the problem is on the next turn, we also have Golden Frieza and we don't have a Cooler. So Golden Frieza could die and then we won't get the revive because Metal Cooler doesn't have another Cooler on the rotation with him. It's all very annoying. And this is the struggle. This is the struggle of the movie boss team when you don't have Tech Metal Cooler. I guess we'll see what happens. If I have to quickly speed back to this point, then I will. 767k. Yeah, so I think, like, if he supers Cell Max again, even though Cell Max does get a bit of extra defense, it doesn't really matter. Like, if he supers Cell Max again, Cell Max just dies. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, if only you had Tech Metal Cooler, exactly. Alright, well, we'll just have to speed back to them. Fortunately, this team can get through the first phase very quickly. And I didn't want to use one of the Cell Max domains at the beginning because I wanted to see what Metal Cooler could do for the video. Whereas this time, I actually don't care and we can just use his thing straight away. One absolutely shocking starting rotation we got, though. I can't do that. Because even if I want to 2-turn this first phase, it means we won't have STR Cooler on the rotation. Well, there you go. So 55% Cell Max can't tank God Goku. Well, he can't tank 2 supers from God Goku. He can tank 1. And, of course, then we have the showcase unit in slot 7. Which I suppose doesn't actually matter. But...
Alright, let's do this.
both Cell Maxes on turn 2, but we've got the 2 coolers together, so I think that's fine, actually. So we'll just do this. Oh, for goodness sake. Someone remind me in the chat once all of these things are finished to turn the animation thing off.
Fruit of the tree.
Beans, beans, beans. I do love STR Final Form Cooler's intro though. Right. You don't actually need to remind me, I've remembered. Okay. Right, so metal cooler slot 1, cooler slot 2. Those for you. Those for you. Those for you. Turles loses guard under 50% HP, yep. How is his thing worded as well? Does he lose it like before he gets hit? Does it start of turn even? Oh wow, cooler didn't negate the super again. Bruh, 70% and he didn't negate it. It's like the typical UI not dodging turn. Well, if Cell Max lived, Goku had already supered twice. Like, if Cell Max had taken like 300k, we would have lived that turn. But... what am I looking at? Yeah, Turles. Yeah, it's just when HP is 50% or more, guards all attack, so it checks for at the start of the turn. So yeah, even if you heal in the turn, you would still not have guard, which is annoying. Okay. Yeah, I needed to check when it was, because if it's when he receives an attack, he has guard at 50% or more, then it means you could technically heal at the start of the turn. But yeah, unfortunately, it isn't worded like that, so... Unfortunately not. Run was sold anyway. I mean, that's the problem as well with characters like having Turles and stuff at 55%, because obviously if I had 2 dupes in Turles, he would have a bunch of dodge, but... Why did I not put the friend one in slot 1? I was too used to yesterday using the private server, because obviously only the friend one is rainbow here, not my one as well. It still takes double-digit damage, so that's good. There's knowing for runs when you want to utilise the map so you can tank the HP to get domain. Yeah. That's why, like, I said it in the video yesterday for one of the runs. Like, sometimes in events, bomb orbs can be kind of funny for certain teams because you can make your HP drop and then activate certain characters' active skills because you've dropped below a certain amount of HP. Like, it's pretty funny. Now, the AGL Super Saiyans are still good, like, with their EZA. I think the problem is you just can't really, like, against certain bosses, you can't really use them as a slot 1. Like, you very much just have to sort of play it as it comes, depending on what the rotation is and stuff. But yeah, look at physical Turles with the Cell Max domain active. 73 million on this additional. And those are all healing you as well if you've lost health. And then, yeah, Rainbow Friend Cell Max is at like 80 million. Okay, so now we have the Cooler Revival, so it doesn't matter if anyone dies here. The annoying thing is that this Goku doesn't have an unarmed super. So... And unfortunately, this is his first turn. So I already know from previous experience that, like, he will just die if we use his active skill here, because he hasn't taken any hits yet in the entire run. So... I can't really do anything other than just do this. And unfortunately, as good as Metal Cooler is, like, he probably dies here, but then obviously he dies and gets the revive, so that's fine. Yeah, 4.4 million. Okay.
Best in me will take all you can muster. Even then, I'll
So
only
cool.
be resurrected with more strength than before.
Okay.
Put simply, you'll never defeat.
So one of the things I've always disliked about revives, and I do kind of get it, but it's the fact you revive and then you don't have them on the next turn. So you have to wait to then use their, like, revived version, which is a bit of a shame. So I'm going to pop Turles' domain here now. I'm not sure if Turles can slot one tank against this Goku, though, at 55%. He's got a lot of damage reduction in slot 1, but the problem is this guy does a lot of crits, so I am just going to do this, because I just don't want to die again. So we'll do that, and then we'll do that. Goku dodged? Bruh. Hey, Raudo, how's it going? Yeah, we'll go over slightly today, but I figured that might be the case. I was hoping to have all this stuff wrapped up by half past. But yeah, the shenanigans with the AGL Super Saiyan team just constantly dying was not ideal. Okay, so we made it to Super Saiyan Goku. Physical Metal Cooler, of course, because it not being his first turn. Taking like 4 million damage from the crit super from Super Saiyan Goku and then reviving. So now we get to see on this next turn, post-revival Metal Cooler with the Turles domain active. So that should be pretty good. And it's the turn after the revive, so he should be able to use the active skill as well. Which, of course, his attack is being boosted by Turles' domain. It's a shame it's not the Cell Max domain active, because obviously Metal Cooler isn't on Planetary Destruction. So... But he still gets a decent little boost from Turles, so I'm certainly not going to complain. Okay. The only thing is, we do also have a Whis active because I needed it to survive that previous turn, so this isn't necessarily going to be how strong Cooler would be defensively, but let's go ahead and check out. So he's at 1.2 million defense start of turn. We can go ahead and use his active skill here now. Get jumped and get taken to the core. It's kind of funny that it is against the Super Saiyan Goku as well, so lore accurate. Okay. So... Cooler didn't get to do a lot of supers on the previous turn, but because we have the Whis active here, we're going to be fine. So the thing is, Cooler has 1.2 million defense start of turn. It's post-revival, so... He has extra damage reduction before he attacks. He has guard. he has his base 50% damage reduction. So his damage reduction on this turn would be 65% with guard. The problem is that this Goku is a really tough boss. Like, it's interesting using this stage to test out characters, because the thing is, he gets extra attack every turn as well. But his super does 7 million damage and it crits. So 7 million minus 65% is still 2.4. But bear in mind, it then ignores basically all of his defense. So I'm actually genuinely not sure, because we've got the Whis active here, obviously we'll be fine. But I'm actually not sure if without a Whis, Metal Cooler would tank this. I'm not really sure. Obviously here he will, because of course with a Whis active it means he's actually got 105% damage reduction, so he can't take anything more than double digit damage. Well, technically he could take triple digits, I guess, but... But yeah, post-revival, this guy can be absolutely nuts, because now he's going to be doing more damage with each of his things, because he's got the extra 200% attack as well. He can also, if we were fighting a boss that did an unarmed super, he would now guaranteed nullify all unarmed super attacks, which is pretty cool. Like, post-revive, the fact that he just will nullify unarmed supers is pretty great. But yeah, unfortunately, that's the only problem with using this version of the movie boss team without Metal Cooler, is against certain bosses, like some of the teams just can't survive certain rotations. I should have just remembered to bring a 1-turn damage reduction, or like a Ghost Usher or something. So then we could have used it to survive the previous turn, but then seen this turn without any items active. But it is what it is. So yeah, Cooler going to get a bunch of attacks. So remember, STR Cooler with a Whis active is basically invincible, because we've seen this guy like post his super attacks and everything being at like 7 million defense, and he has base 40% damage reduction. So with a Whis active, he has base 80% damage reduction whilst also having like 7 million defense. So even like a 20 million damage super, like minus 80% would be 4 million, and Cooler easily has like 6 or 7 million defense. So, I mean, obviously that's the whole point of a Whis. It's one of the best defensive items in the game, if not the best, other than, I guess, technically you could argue Ghost Usher, because then on that turn you are just invincible because there's no attacks. But yeah, the Whis is absolutely ridiculous, because so many characters have bit of built-in damage reduction now that when you then throw in like an extra 40%, they just literally can't take damage from anything. It's kind of funny. So... Oh yeah, we're getting the Gogeta exchange for Golden Frieza here now. Well, I say that, we're getting the animation. We're not actually going to do the exchange. But... I mean, to be fair, that can be useful on this team as well. Because if we turn the animations back off... So if I do... I think we're past the point now where Goku crits, right? So we can change over to you, which is kind of funny. Oh, the other Cell Max got floated, so we've got to float that Cell Max. It's just funny. It's so good, like, using Gogeta on the movie heroes team, movie bosses team. Because funnily enough, thanks to Turles's domain, technically Gogeta would be taking 10% more damage, because it's superclass enemies or allies. But obviously with 10 orbs collected, Gogeta won't take any damage because he has a 100% chance to dodge. I love it when they do like funny things like that for some of these kind of characters. Like Gogeta, like when you pick up a certain amount of orbs, you can get 100%. Like... yeah, extreme Gogeta. Because yeah, like you can use the Frieza active early on in the event and then switch to Gogeta later. It's a shame Turles, like, they don't share more sort of like Saiyan links, because obviously Gogeta doesn't link super well with anyone on the movie bosses team, but he's also not terrible. Right? I mean, he's still getting Fierce Battle Legendary Power. Depending who else is on the rotation, he could get some other links active, but... yeah, it's just kind of funny being able to switch into Gogeta, because on the turn where the exchange becomes available, Golden Frieza creates tech orbs as well. So even if you've already used Golden Frieza's active skill and you can't use Gogeta's, because Gogeta's active skill changes the entire orb field to tech, but even if you've already used Vegeta's Frieza's active skill, you can switch over to Gogeta because of the orb change. Pick up 10 orbs, and then he's just invincible. And then obviously on the superclass teams, or if you just haven't used, well, actually no, you have to have superclass allies to use Gogeta's active skill. On the superclass teams, Frieza still does that orb change, so you switch over, get a free dodge turn with Gogeta, then on the next turn use his active skill, and then you win. Right, so we've got the support from Turles. We could active skill with Cooler, but I feel like that might kill him, so we'll just do this. Now that Goku can't crit anymore, Metal Cooler should be perfectly fine to tank in slot 1. He didn't get supered anyway, so that's fine. Yeah, pretty decent damage. Obviously, again, he's like the Bird Coup equivalent for this team, so we're not expecting him to do crazy damage. It's the rotation of him and the STR Cooler together. He brings that defense in slot 1. Metal Cooler brings the, Final Form Cooler brings the crazy offense. And so there you go. That will be that wrapped up there. So that was Physical Metal Cooler with his EZA. Pretty good. Let me know what you guys think down below in the comments section. Now that we've shown off both of them, and obviously we've already used Bird Coup and the STR Cooler quite a bit, who's your favourite out of the 4 EZAs? Which ones do you think is the best? I think STR Cooler is the best. Bird Coup's probably... I don't know, do I like Metal Cooler better than Bird Coup? Maybe. They both do kind of the same thing with the revive. They both have the active skill. Like, the units are very similar, but obviously overall in the meta of the game, because the extreme team is so ridiculous, especially if you have Tech Metal Cooler, you would probably argue that the 2 coolers are the better 2. But let me know what you guys think down below in the comment section. So that is going to be it for the video, guys. This has been the Master Ningen. Smash that like button, subscribe to the channel if you are new. Check out the links down below, and I will see you all again soon. Have a good one. Okay, so there we go. It took a little bit longer than I would have liked, especially with some of the shenanigans with that first run, having to reset because we died multiple times, but I'm still on track, hopefully, to be done by 10:30. The good thing about recording the showcases and stuff on the streams as well, with the music playing, is that I don't have to worry about, when I edit the videos, putting in music, because the music's already there. So that's quite helpful. But annoyingly, I have to do a bit of editing with the AGL Super Saiyan showcase, because not only did we die, but we also had the cord cut out at some point as well, which is not great. But yeah, I'm gonna get to doing that now. So we're gonna quickly run the AGL Super Saiyans showcase through the editor, and then that video will go up straight away, hopefully. So as always, when we do the showcases and stuff on stream, make sure you guys help out the channel, help me out. Make sure you open the video, leave a like, leave a comment, that kind of good stuff. That helps me out, because then obviously the video gets views, even if you guys were here at the stream. Because all it means is, as I've said before, like, I like doing the showcases for the EZAs and stuff live on the stream, but it creates the problem for the channel that if everybody who was here at the stream when we recorded the showcase, if you guys then don't watch the videos get less views, and then that just means that I'll have to not record the showcases on the stream, so that then you guys have to watch the video version. So obviously I like doing them on stream with you guys here in the chat, it's fun. So do make sure you keep that as a viable option for me, and help out the channel by making sure you open the video. I don't even expect you to sit and watch the whole thing if you were here, but just open it up, leave a like, at least let it play for a little bit to get the watch time, even if you mute it, that's all good. But yeah, that's going to be it from me. So I appreciate you guys all coming out. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you like the EZAs. I will be back. What day is it today? It's Thursday. So we'll be back later on the second channel for more High on Life. It should be the final stream. We're at the last mission now, so that should be the end of the game. And then actually I need to change the schedule because I didn't realize we were getting picked up as early on Friday. So there's no streams tomorrow. Saturday, I'm out for the day. So the podcast should still happen on Saturday, but it's probably going to be later than usual. It does say in the schedule that there is no set time as of yet. I'm thinking potentially it's going to be midnight my time. So 4 hours later than the podcast usually is. But that's on Saturday. So that's going to be it from me. Make sure you guys hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, follow on Twitch, all that good stuff. I will see you all again soon. Have a good one.